Hey guys, it's Bryce Williams here again from the Northland Rugby Union. I'm the South Zone RDC, and today I'm going to be interviewing 2019 Northland captain Jordan Olsen. How's it going, bud?
Yeah, very good. Getting through this lockdown all right, so it's a bit different, but yeah, I'm enjoying it so far.
I'd say first of all, congratulations on the new addition to the family. How's that been going?
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah, we had our little boy arrive a week ago, so yeah, it's definitely been a change of lifestyle, but for the better. Thoroughly enjoying it so far, and yeah, it's a bit of a blessing having all this time off at the moment to spend with the family. So yeah, it's good fun.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So where are you in lockdown and who are you with?
So it's just me, my wife, and now our little son. And we have a house at Whakapara, just north of Whangarei. So we've got a couple acres on our block here. So we've just been hanging out here for the last month. It's been good, plenty to do out here, keeping us busy. So yeah, it's been a good little setup.
And your little workout that we saw online yesterday, scrumming against the dog. What's the dog's name, and what's that outlook that you've got out there up on the hill?
Yeah, so it's our Roddy. His name's Mac. He's tipping the scales about 50 kgs at the moment, I think, probably a little bit more. So he provides a little bit of resistance, but yeah, his technique's a bit all over the show. But yeah, it was good fun. It's just set up out on our lawn, our front lawn. We're up on the hill a little bit, so it's good. We've got a little bit of a view and bit of space to run around as well. It's good.
Awesome. How's your preseason been going this year with Mid Northern?
Yeah, we had a real good preseason up until the lockdown. Training very well and getting into some good strategies and maps and whatnot. It's a bit of a shame that our momentum was sort of cut a bit short because of this lockdown, but I know that the guys have still been training and going for runs and working on that sort of thing themselves in their own little bubble. So hopefully when it's all over, we can pick up where we left off and we'll straight back into it.
Awesome. So going back to your 2019 season, is that the first year you've been captain of the Northland team or of a team?
Yeah, I suppose it was the first season that I was named captain for the season. There have been in past seasons I have captained the odd game here and there and been vice captain. But yeah, last season was the first year I was named captain for the season. Yeah.
Awesome. And how'd that go? Being quite young, like you're not the oldest guy in the team or anything, and being quite a young guy and just coming up and having to have that leadership role.
Yeah, I mean, I've been probably brought up through the system quite well, but it was definitely a learning curve. There's another side to captaincy and the leadership that probably not everyone sees. So there's definitely some learnings that came out of last season and growth, which is good, and it's just something that I'm keen to keep building on and take into the coming seasons.
No, that's the one. Like I think it grows you as a person on and off the field, becoming a captain, and it's good.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
obviously going back to last year. Yep, you carry on.
Off the field as well, the captaincy helped me there as well. You know, becoming a leader in the team, but also outside of the rugby environment as well. It and life skills and everything. So that was another aspect that I really enjoyed.
So I've done a bit of Googling on yourself, and you debuted for Canada last year. Was that how it worked?
Yeah. I went over there for a few weeks at the start of last year, and I had a quick run around for them. It was definitely a different experience. The kind of rugby and the setup that they have over there is a lot different to what I was used to back in New Zealand. It was good learning as well, though. They sort of played a little bit differently. They didn't have as much resources as we have over here, even at an international level. But it was good. There's a lot of passionate guys over in Canada that put a lot of effort in, and you can see that they're passionate about the sport, which was good. It was good to be part of that group. Yeah.
Awesome. No, that sounds good. Like, I guess going on that, like, how do you get your qualification through to be Canadian? Is that through family, auntie, uncle,
Yeah.
grandma?
So my mother was born and raised in Canada, and she moved over here, and when she was about 19 or 20, and met the old man, and the rest is history.
As they say, the rest is history. Nice. So as a player growing up, you come through the age groups at Mid Northern, and have you, or whatever your background was, but who did you sort of like look up to as a senior player, I guess, growing up as your idol? And
like you said, I started playing for Mid Northern when I was 5 years old, and at that stage, my old man was still playing the odd game every now and then. So he was somebody that I definitely looked up to when I was younger. But also, I suppose one guy that I always sort of looked up to was David Holwell. I didn't. He wasn't playing a lot at Mid Northern when I was growing up, but I knew he had the connection to the club, and he was a good Northern, and see him doing so well with the Hurricanes and Wellington down there. So it was always great to have that connection with him growing up there.
what is like outside of rugby? Like most of these professional players nowadays seem to sort of get caught up in all of rugby. But have you got another sort of income, or are you working?
Yeah, so I was probably, when I left school, I went straight into an apprenticeship, welding and fabrication apprenticeship with Morgan Engineering, and I spent 3 or 4 years doing my apprenticeship there, and got qualified, and I'm actually still there now, slowly moving up the ranks there. So I've been there for just about 9 or 10 years. So yeah, it's been a good to have that trade and that qualification outside of rugby, and it's given me plenty to work on once the season's over, and it gives me a good break from rugby, which I enjoy. Yeah.
It's nice to have that bit of perspective away from rugby as well. I guess when you're playing full time, it can get like too much, but when you have a job outside of that, you can sort of, you make the most of, and you enjoy the rugby, and then you have to step back and have your job, I guess.
Yeah, that's right.
So Jordan Olsen on a happy day, where's his happy place, and what is he doing?
I'm probably just hanging out at home with the family, with the dogs, going on a dog walk around the show, and I quite like just tinkering around in my shed. Got a garage out here that I tear things down and build them back up, and just muck around. So it's that's something that I like to do. Just takes my mind off of everything, and I can focus on something else. So, yeah, I think I don't have too many other interesting hobbies or anything like that. Yeah, it's just a bit of everything. I like to keep my mind busy when I'm not doing something.
Sounds good. So if you were playing another sport, Ollie, what do you reckon it would be?
Oh, well, I actually probably going back to my Canadian roots. I always loved the idea of ice hockey. I thought that was a great game to watch. I don't know if I'd have the coordination or anything for it, but I love the physicality of it and all that. So I think, especially if I was living in Canada, I would have been an ice hockey player. I would have loved that.
Cool. I could see you doing some of those cheap hits, eh? Like
That's the one.
you see on those highlight reels of people just taking dudes out. So
Yeah.
cool. We're gonna slip into a bit of a quick fire questions, and these are all about your Northland teammates. So you just come up with the first name that jumps into your head. So who's the class clown?
Matt Medic.
Cool. Who's the messiest?
Oh, not too many grubs around. Dan Hawkins, probably.
Okay. Yeah, he looks like a bit of a grub, eh?
Yeah.
Who rates themselves as a bit of an entrepreneur, like starting their own business?
And Tom Robinson, he's always thinking up some ideas there. He's always got something on the go.
Cool. Who's the strongest? Who reps out the gym the most?
Got to be Jack Stracker.
Looking after those front row mates, eh?
Yeah.
Who's the coach's pet?
Oh. I don't know if I can say we have a coach's pet. I think all the guys sort of do their part and get along with the coaches and the coaching staff. Yeah.
Nice diplomatic there.
Yeah.
Who's the most competitive when it comes to con games or like getting on and competing against each other?
Who doesn't like losing? I think definitely Jack Straker again can get a bit pretty competitive there. He doesn't like losing, whether it's a game of footy or just a warm-up game. But yeah, he always goes hard.
Cool. Gotta love those guys, eh?
Yeah.
So who in your mind thinks that they're the most famous or are the most famous in the team?
Last season, I think I could say that would be Jonty Ray. He thought he was he thought he was quite good, and he was, not that he wasn't, but he was quite good. But he knew it.
Cool. So who takes the longest to get ready after a game? Like who's in that changing room just like looking at himself in the mirror and taking the longest?
Yeah, there's a few guys that take a while. I always noticed in the past the prior boys would always seem to be the last out of the changing shed. They always love to take their time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to concur with those two. They love to look in the mirror at themselves. Okay, who's a future All Black that you can see out of the young guys that are in the squad from last year?
I think Scott Gregory has a definite pathway there. He's already, I suppose, involved in the New Zealand Sevens, and yeah, he's got a lot of potential. So it'd be great to see him go to the next step as well.
Well, thanks, Ollie, for your time today. Any last words for the kids out there or the fans that are sort of looking forward to hopefully seeing some rugby this year?
Yeah, I think staying positive is good, and I mean keep working on your work-ons at the moment. And I know we can't train as a team, but a lot of the gains that are made by a lot of the professional players would be by themselves. Always working on their work-ons when they're not in that team environment. So it's a great opportunity and a great chance to work on those sort of things at the moment. But I'm really holding out for. I think we're going to see some rugby at least this season. So I think it's definitely on the card. So all I'd say is just keep looking forward to that happening. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Ollie. That'll be us for today. We'll see you next time. Thank you.